welcome back to another episode of Love of Pages, the Geek Elite Virtual Book Club podcast, coming to you from all various spaces this evening as we travel on vacation over the summer. That's how dedicated we are to you all. As always, I'm Elizabeth, and I'm joined by the lovely Naimah.
Hey.
The lovely Jessica. Hey. And the lovely Stephen.
It's me. I've returned.
And tonight we are finishing up Nora Roberts'
Chasing
Fire. I don't
Fire.
have the book in front of me. Thank you.
Chasing Fire.
Chasing Fire. I promise we have not yet consumed these tequila shots, but in honor of finishing this book, cheers, tequila.
Cheers, tequila. God.
I have no drink for the audio listeners. I have nothing. Not even a water. People are shaking their hands in front of their faces because shots and drinks.
It's very
All
cheap
good.
tequila. It costs way too much.
Jessica, I have to teach you how to vacation properly.
I'm not on vacation, technically.
4 years.
Travel properly.
So, okay.
All right.
More than an ounce, too. My God.
Well, yes, typically those little bottles are.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. I went down to the hotel bar to get this.
Just like,
watch her pour.
there's what? Just it's a shot to go? They're like, what?
Literally just asked for a shot to go.
I support it. I just, I travel with bar because that's the way I was raised.
Interesting. From birth, you say?
Close?
Yes.
The drink of choice for my mother when I was very little was pepperoncini vodka.
Not something like mixed with apple juice for you? Being a toddler, I'm assuming you would prefer that.
Oh, me? No. Mine was a cap of whiskey to deal with the pain from my braces.
Rough.
Hey.
Got it for the braces. It was just like, you're 6, want to try this? And I was like, sure.
Sure.
And then I fell for that thing again, I think when I was like 11 or 12 when they offered me a beer. Not the same thing.
Nope. Very different. Very different. But in keeping with our heritages, Naimah, what are we drinking tonight?
We're drinking a Freefall, which, God, if I can remember all of the ingredients besides pineapple juice, because I remember.
Pineapple juice, coconut
So it was
milk or water or syrup.
coconut rum, whiskey, passion fruit juice, or passion fruit puree syrup.
Yeah, maracuja or something like
Maracuja syrup, lemon juice, and pineapple juice. I forgot the pineapple juice at home because I don't remember the mixes. I just bring the liquor.
I brought the stuff that mattered.
But Naimah's looks, I think, the way it's supposed to.
I think it's just more yellow because of yours, but also I added less whiskey because I was like, nah, rum is my jam. We'll just go for it.
See, and I added less rum and more whiskey because that's definitely where I'm at. Plus the whole coconut thing.
It's not pleasant. Let's just Bardon, you can ask Steven. Coconut is a thing to me that you put on your skin, and that's about where the story with coconut ends.
Yes, but Steven loves coconut, just like Mitch does.
It's true. Hey, no.
And I don't understand them.
This is the exact way this has to go. Everyone knows this. I like coconut. Naimah doesn't like coconut, so that means if there's anything with coconut, I can eat it. She likes the red flavored candies, and I think they're just absolutely trash. So she can eat the red candies, and I won't eat the red candies.
Red flavored candies.
Whatever they happen to say is their red flavor. It doesn't matter if they're all bad flavors, and she can have them all.
There's only 3 red flavors.
It's cherry, sometimes apple, and that's messed up. We've got raspberry, which is actually pretty good, but I prefer the blue raspberry just because it's blue.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
It's
It's not a thing.
Never
It's not a real thing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Blue raspberry? No.
Blue ras.
No, yeah, no, it's just
Blue
awesome
raspberry is a
marketing.
made-up flavor.
Yeah, it's just great marketing.
Oh my god.
Oh, goodness. Okay, so let's go ahead. Stephen, what are you drinking this evening?
I have nothing whatsoever.
Nothing.
Not even a cup
okay.
of water. Yeah.
You didn't even bring your water?
Nope.
Really?
I got nothing.
I mean, it is sweltering hot where you guys are. I mean, it's hot where Jessica and I are, but we have air conditioning.
It's better
you guys
now.
need to stay hydrated.
It's better
It's
now.
cool. Yeah, we had 3 days of horror, and when I tell you all podcast listeners horror, I mean I moved to the Pacific Northwest to run away from the heat, and
Oh,
It followed.
it's
So
your fault. You cursed the land.
I was going to say, so we have to tell the Pacific Northwest that it's your fault? The two of you, it's your fault.
I've already had a few random people on the street blame me. I'm taking a piano class now, and the lady that charged me money for the class on the phone was like, "Oh, so it's your fault?" And I'm like, "I don't know you like this."
It's like, hush up, Christina.
No, man.
Oh, goodness. So, we have just finished Chasing Fire.
Hmm.
Initial thoughts, overall thoughts. Naimah, where are you at?
Initial thoughts. Well, you were right about one of your predictions.
Which I was really, I was actually surprised. I was like, yes!
I mean, like, it's not predictable, I guess. So, like, you know, mysterious brother out of left field. Like, that makes sense. Like, it through. But also, like, I wanted something a little bit, like, it's scandalous, but is it weird that I was expecting more scandal?
Okay.
On more stuff.
It's not weird because I swore when I first read it, I swore he killed his brother. I swore he switched the lines so that he would go the wrong way. I swore that's what it was. So I don't know where I got that he murdered his brother.
You wanted a more interesting murder mystery.
Yeah, I was going to say, Jessica, I think that might be you projecting on your murderous tendencies.
There's like cough, cough, Nora Roberts. We need a rewrite where like it's like the movies where there's just alternate ending, but you re-release the book 10 years later with different.
Yes, I'm down.
Yeah.
So, other than not scandalous enough, how do we feel? Sufficient romance?
Okay, so like I think sufficient romance. It's probably like the best characterization of like the type of romance that I would choose to read. Like, yeah, like it's not too like clothes ripping off, everything flying, and then you get like the most detailed, like
Coitus.
Yeah.
it's not even coitus. It's like some books will spend like a whole 3 pages talking about a girl's pubic hair. Like I don't need it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't do it. But no,
Not your cup of tea.
yeah, it was like really good. And I actually like if I had to, I wouldn't normally pick them up off the shelves myself. I'll tell you, any other Nora Roberts book that I see in a Safeway, in a Walmart, in the airport, because I'm heading to an airport tomorrow, 90% of the time would just walk straight past. Know for a fact now, because we've been to like a Safeway since, that I stop and I'm looking for the books now, and I'm looking at the covers and being like, I wonder.
Just a quick note here. This is Steven editing in the future. Naimah did in fact actually pick up a Nora Roberts book. Said she liked it a lot. This is not real. This is not real.
I've read a lot of her works. I could give you some that you would probably like. If you like this one, I could give you others. There are a few of hers, like older ones that are a lot more Harlequin-y, but her latest ones have been really good, more about characters than about just straight romance.
That makes sense. I mean, like she was, she had an audience, and I feel like there's a time in every author like, we're allowed to write for you, and then F them because they're either gonna read it or they're not.
There you go.
Yeah, she's actually one of the reasons why I became a writer, because at the time I was thinking about writing modern fantasy. She came out with a trilogy. I think it's called the Circle Trilogy, but it's a modern fantasy that had like a witch and a sorcerer and a vampire and a princess that was like Belle in it. Yet somehow it worked so well. It also had time travel in it a little bit. is literally my favorite. I read it every single year. If you see the book, which I can't show up now, but they're like the spines are all like jagged and everything. Like that is what got me into Nora Roberts. Like her trilogies are really good. I always like her characters. It's always not just about the romance with her, which is why I like her so much.
What makes a good romance, though? It's like if you think about like life and stuff like that, no one wants to just like. It's perfectly fine to all of you out there who have that like picture perfect like romance where you're like you met in high school and then you grew up together, then you immediately got married, had 2.5 kids, like a picket fence. The thing, beautiful, wonderful, but we want to know like about the people. Like, what was your struggle? Why did you almost hate that person? You know.
I mean, I think there are plenty of people who want their life to be just sex, but that isn't reality.
Yeah, in this book we got a person who wants both sex and ice cream.
I mean, these are reasonable wants.
Yes.
Yeah,
These are perfectly reasonable wants. Yeah. So, Jessica, this was your second time reading through.
It was.
Happy still with it? Still?
Yeah. I still like it. But I'm biased because I'm predisposed to like Nora Roberts, and then also I love firefighting. So I'm like, yeah, fire and romance and badass
ice cream.
women, ice cream. Yeah.
I'm like a word in place of sex. Like, yeah, I want to have ice cream. Wink, wink. It's like, no, don't ruin the word ice cream. Okay.
Yeah. No, please.
No, and then also one of my favorite things about this book is like the side romance you get with Iron Man Trip and Ella. Like, it's just like my favorite part of the whole book.
No, it was good. It was good. So, Steven, your thoughts?
So the section,
and you've got to make up for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
so
the section that you guys talked about without me here was ironically the section that I had actually listened to in the place of the first part of the book. So that was an interesting idea. But yeah, no, it was good. Like, there's nothing as terrible in here or anything. I agree. I do like that there's an A plot and a B plot. I think that's just the way you do a good story in general. Otherwise, if you're not interested in the A plot, you're just out of it entirely, for a whole book. That's not good. Being a person who's read plenty of like sci-fi and fantasy stuff from the 70s and 80s, the romance and sex in this is still pretty tame considering.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's that.
This is true.
Yeah.
Well, good. Any big surprises on the third section?
I wasn't even
Anything
trying
that shocked you?
I wasn't even trying to foretell any of the events in the book. I was purely serving my time reading the book, like not trying to plan ahead or anything like that. So when it came time for like who actually did it, I was like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, okay.
Oh, so much less gossipy than the rest of us.
No, I love my chisme. I love my chisme, but I didn't need it for this one.
Fair enough. So I think for me, the biggest shock was which wedding we got.
Because you expected,
or at least which proposal.
Because you expected it to happen with our B plot people.
Correct. I expected them to get the proposal in, and no, we jumped straight from just sleeping with each other to let's get married.
It did seem a little bit fast.
There was no move in. There was no let's see how we feel about each other when all the adrenaline's gone. It's just like, nope, you saved my life. We're getting married.
And we'll buy a plane.
Speed.
I just want to bring up at least for me, what romance book have you read where that's not exactly how it always happens?
Yeah.
Did they ever get married in the Patricia Briggs books? Like the Alpha and Omega series? I genuinely don't know if they ever got married.
It was way too long of a series.
I was saying most of the time it ends with the I love you.
Yeah.
Like most of them cut off at that initial I love you.
And then they
just leave it at
forever.
That. Yeah. And then it's just a happily ever after.
And never argued over a rug in the middle of the load.
That is an argument to have. Wait a second.
Jessica, stop telling my life story. It's not nice.
I'm not even the one that has a long-term relationship.
See, in that situation, I'm not the person that argues about a rug.
I am. I'm
I'm not.
I don't
No, no, I know the argument. I know the argument in your house. But I want another plant. There is no more space for another plant. But
No, we
look
are
at this little plant.
We are in agreement. More plants if you want them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna fine.
Yeah, we gotta swap them out from time to time. That's okay.
I have a tree outside right now. Like for some reason, I'm growing this.
We don't have an air conditioner in our apartment, but we have a tree.
I mean,
Honestly,
that
that
seems
would
reasonable.
help lower your air.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would lower your temperature in a natural way. Trees are amazing at that.
I heard that they do make it a lot warmer at night, though, so that's not
Yes.
helpful. Case because it's just
That's okay.
but fine. We do it for the plants. You make the sacrifices you have to make.
Mhm.
So, in broad brushstrokes in the plot for this section, we open with Dolly's funeral,
Mhm.
and Ella and Matt kind of save the day between the two of them of trying to like calm things down. Most of the hotshot crew does not go, specifically just because they feel like it's gonna make things worse.
Yeah, they don't know how her parents will feel about it.
They would be.
Yep. Instead, Rowan and Gulliver go to get ice cream, and they run across Ella and
Go to get ice cream.
Like,
and
actual ice cream, guys.
Gulliver abandons Rowan with Ella to go get ice cream for Ella. Really, he's just trying to force them to actually talk with each other. And it works. There's a relative mutual agreement. Rowan's not really sure if she likes Ella yet, but she doesn't dislike Ella. Verdict's still out. We get the scene that Naimah was asking for in the second section between Rowan and her father. The like, we're both broken people, and we've never really figured out how to love, and we need to fill the hole that we just keep pretending doesn't exist with
Nope.
your mother leaving. So, and Rowan sees the love in Tripp's eyes, and so she decides no matter how much she doesn't know about Ella, she's good enough for her father because she makes him happy. Then Dolly's dad takes off, disappears into the woods because they are going to arrest him.
Wait, real quick.
Well, no, they do arrest him. They put the house up. Go ahead.
I saw someone in here's face change. Did you play the song from the musical in your head right now when she said those words?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. As soon as you said "Into the Woods," she heard the musical music. I saw her like perk up and smile to herself.
But then also
Watch my language that closely.
well, there's this song on TikTok too. It's called "Into the Thick of It." It's just like that one, and then "Into the Woods," just going over and over in my head right now.
That's immediate. I was just like, into the thick of it, and the whole song. Now I don't even know what show this is from.
Backyardigans apparently is a show that we missed out on Millennials.
What did no. How dare you? You missed out on it.
You missed it.
I did not miss out on this.
Backyardigans.
They're awesome.
Yeah. No,
it's a
sorry.
Backyardigans song.
That makes much sense. So that's a Backyardigans song. It's a bop. I'm down for it. Let's go.
Put on your aviator hats. Let's do this.
Sorry, Jessica, you were too busy watching Disney classic movies.
Yeah,
I watched mainly Nickelodeon when I was a kid, though.
You don't have enough time for it all. Like, listen, I missed pertinent things and the educational, like from PBS, all of that kind of stuff. It's fine.
It might have been my PBS face.
Wait, I just had to ask about this. Sorry. Chasing
That's
Fire,
okay.
Nora Roberts.
Nora Roberts, Chasing Fire, Backyardigans. No, so he gets arrested. Wife puts their house up as collateral for the bond. He skips bail, takes off, leaves her holding the bag, caring for the baby, now with double a mortgage, just all around crappy situation.
Because I'm sorry, as a man, he thought, well, clearly it'd be good if I just leave. And then it'll be better. I'm like, sir,
Listen,
Well,
it was better
no.
taking the mortgage out on the house. Like, I could forget, like, everything. The kid, maybe you're a horrible person. That's fine. Exit. Don't give me another mortgage.
Don't give me another mortgage while I'm trying to care for our grandbaby. Like, that's like, no, I'm too old for this crap. But so he takes off and he's gone. And while he's gone, somebody starts sabotaging the equipment, which they discover while they are in Alaska fighting a major fire. And luckily, Dobby comes to the rescue with a roll of duct tape.
Duct tape will do it all.
Which then becomes standard issue.
I think that should be the plan anyway, honestly. The only thing I'll say is that the adhesive on duct tape does not necessarily hold up in high heat, but they're not looking for it to last forever. It's okay.
The adhesive and duct tape doesn't stand up against anything. Rain, outside, just like a dead
stick. It can do outside for a little bit. Arizona outside.
It held my bumper on for a while.
Yeah, it's just sometimes you need to apply 2 coats.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so once they discover the sabotage, Gulliver goes into immediate investigative mode to track out who it is, which at first doesn't sit well with Rowan because she's like, no, these are my family. Like, you can't think one of them did it. And he's like, it literally has to be one of them. Like, there's nobody else. Yeah. And he ends up getting Trip in on it as well. And then they go out to fight their big fire, the climax of the scene. Mm-hmm. Everything's going wrong, and Rowan gets confronted with Matt, Jim's brother, holding a gun in the middle of the fire, in the middle of the woods, and we discover that he's the one that's been setting everything ablaze.
In the most
I did skip over.
Oh.
Go ahead.
No, you.
I did skip over. Dolly's dad came back, and I'm so sorry. I thought it would be better. Yada, yada, yada. And his wife goes, forget you. The baby's going to Nebraska with Jim's parents. And I'm leaving. I'm divorcing you. You do whatever you want. I get my half and I'm leaving. Bye. Which just like shuts him down. But he still contests that he didn't do it. We find out
mic drop.
He didn't do it. He's a jerk, but he didn't do it. So Dolly's mom is going to short term move into Trip's house because Trip gets invited or sees about moving in with Ella, who gets very excited about this whole prospect. And of course, they tell Rowan just as Rowan's getting ready to leave to go fight the fire, which is, always great timing.
Yeah.
Yep. So then we get the big fire. Everything's going wrong. You hear gunshots. Gulliver and Rowan are split up at this point, and Gulliver runs across the entire fire up the mountain to rescue Rowan from Matt after she rescued herself. And then they get caught up in a fire devil, and they have to get under their shelters. Yeah. And so they spend the next hour in solitude contemplation. And by the time they're done and they get back, Rowan decides, I'm marrying you.
Yeah.
Like that was the last straw. Like, you're definitely gonna be mine. And the other one, no, get yourself a. Let's be honest. He's been completely obsessed since like the 3rd line in the book. I feel like.
Yeah, pretty much. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Like he knew what was going on right away.
I'm marrying this girl. That's what it was.
Yeah. This is the girl of my dreams.
this Viking of a woman. I am that one.
That's the one I want. Any speculation? Does Dobby get to be best man? I mean, I would hope Dobby gets to be best man.
Yes.
Happen.
Well, I mean, it could be one of his cousins. One of his cousins could get best man.
No, Dobby. He was there through their whole relationship. Dobby.
No. See, that's how people in the situation feel about this. The people who are around the immediate circle of the people while they're together. But the real life thing, the way this goes, is that Gulliver had a friend in high school, was really close with, they have matching tattoos, and if he didn't make Jim his best man, he would feel really bad about it, so Jim ends up being the best man, and no one in Gulliver's current life knows who the hell Jim is. That's the way that goes, if going to weddings has taught me anything.
I feel like that only happens to like two kinds of people. It's like one kind of groom and then mostly the bride. Like, the men just pick whoever's their best friend at the moment. They're like him because no one else is allowed to be butthurt about it.
I didn't know anyone else in Jake's wedding at all. When I got there, it was me and Rafa, and then I knew the guy who was getting married. I knew nobody else who was there.
Like, I know my future stuff, I have to determine from the person who's most likely to like take direction really well and like do what I want. And then the person who I've known longest and will kind of be hurt if they're not. You know?
Yeah. See, here's another trick. You can have two maids of honor.
Now, I've solved this. I'm just going to tell everyone my brother is my man of honor, and they can all, like, he was there when I was born.
That'll work.
Family always trumps. Family always trumps. If you've got a sibling that you make the best man, the maid of honor, the man of honor, what have you, that trumps. That works. Nobody questions that because family always trumps.
If you just change,
but it's a good lie. Like he doesn't want.
I think if you just change, like rearrange the title a little bit, and you say like you can have 2, 3, however many people you need for this one. If you just call them your honor maidens, it sounds metal as heck, and people will be like, yeah, cool, go for it, yeah, dude. Honor maidens.
I'll take it. Can I have a sword? It feels like it involves a sword.
Yeah, no, you can have a sword. What do you think? What else are you gonna cut a cake with? Thing's huge.
If you're getting married near Comic-Con, you should totally do. Like, you should show up with all the girls, your people.
Your honor maidens.
It's cool. Don't do that at the wedding because I feel like I'm coming to a Renaissance festival. I don't want that. Like,
they don't need to have like leather corsets.
Actually,
like
turkey leg. Like,
I've attended many a
Renaissance wedding.
A medieval wedding. Because we did the SCA growing up, the Society for Creative Anachronism. So there were plenty of actual weddings at events. Yeah, I had some gorgeous costumes as a kid growing up, having to be in weddings for that stuff. Yeah.
You have to pay less for the venue. They're dressing the scenery. Mm-hmm. This is just good planning. This is cost beneficial.
But if you think about the guests, that's hard because they're either going to look really awful in all the photos because they're just going to wear what they have, or they're going to like try to DIY that, and it's just going to be like a blouse that they got years ago.
No. If you do this kind of thing, it is because you get meticulously invested and you pre-plan. Your friends who are all part of the SCA, who are your only friends that are coming, each get assigned a family member to assist in making a costume. So that way everybody's in period appropriate regalia. Yeah.
I don't people like that. Nope. Like, I would deathly fear one of my best friends will do this type of thing because she's very into the extreme costuming type lifestyle, and it's not Comic-Con. Anything the girl can find that's organized dressing up, she will do it.
You know what? So long as she hosts her wedding on Halloween, you're good.
Probably not. I don't know. Like, if with any luck, she'll end up having her wedding at a Comic-Con or on the Wasteland weekend. Who knows?
So then you're good.
The second one.
Then you're set. Then you're golden.
No, then I'm going to show up and just like completely opposite. Like, if it's Comic-Con, I'm allowed to show up for anything that was relevant that year. We've gotten so far off topic.
This is okay. It's okay.
It's like an
I don't
episode
think-
of VHS Gems right now.
I don't think anybody minds. I mean, quite honestly, I mean, were there any other scenes other than the major plot line that I picked out that anybody was really
I don't know. I
focused
feel
on?
like you glossed over Yang Tree getting stabbed by a
That's true.
tree.
That's true.
Oh, valid. I did. Well, I mean, I thought I covered that with everything goes to crap. So
I know, but his name has tree in it, and he got stabbed by a tree.
he did get really stabbed by a tree.
He got really
Yeah.
Does his name have the word tree in it, or is it just Yangri? Because like the listening, I can't tell.
Oh no,
it's
Yang
tree.
tree.
Mhm.
It's
There's
Yang
tree in it.
Okay. then.
Yang tree. On the day the man announced his retirement,
Well, that's
Well, see, that's why you don't renounce
Yep.
you don't announce
I
retirement
renounced
until after the fire. Like everybody knows that.
Yep.
We're going
don't-
out. I'm retiring. Wait, let's not rag on those people because I feel like I just did that. I'm not retiring, but I left my job when everything's starting to go well. So they're all like, "Yeah, we're finally getting a program." I'm like, "I'm out."
It's
Nice.
bye.
See, but you didn't go, I'm leaving. Now let me jump into this disaster of a project.
No, that wouldn't happen. See me on
No.
next.
She hasn't worked
You
the
know,
first day
it-
at the new
it would
job
be
yet. We don't know.
It would be like me getting ready to walk into a jury trial and being like, I'm retiring. Like before the jury trial. You don't say that before the jury trial, you say that afterwards.
No, I totally would. You see, in front of the jury, they want you to go out with a win.
There's
That's
just
just pleasing.
Oh.
she's retiring though, so
we gotta give her this
I
one.
mean he's guilty, but she's retiring.
It's fine.
Don't get caught like crying wolf.
If-
Don't do it every time.
Yeah, I was gonna say if that actually worked, people would be claiming retirement a lot more frequently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try this now.
Like you jinx yourself when you do that. Anyway.
If you're actually retiring, I do think you jinx yourself. You're like, I'm almost free. Dang.
Yeah, and that's when Jameson gets shot or whatever. Like whatever police officers like 2 weeks away from retirement, like that's when it happens.
You don't make it. Yeah.
Announce it. Don't announce it.
Mm-mm.
Just
Hard.
retire. Just
Yeah, like
leave.
make waves in silence and then and tell people. Don't tell them before.
It's between you and HR.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and it.
But yeah, no.
And not with HR until the absolute last minute required.
I also, sorry, absolutely adored the "you have a thing with shoes" argument.
Oh,
No, she's like, "No, I don't." He's like,
all women
"You
have a
have
thing with
4
shoes."
pairs of sneakers." Like,
I mean, I
Making
don't
women-
see the problem with us having a thing with shoes. I
Yeah.
don't.
there's no problem.
Also,
It's
four,
just
four,
utter-
four pairs of sneakers is just like that's just the rack by the front door of our apartment. Like that's not.
I think I have 2 pairs. You have 3 pairs. There's like a couple pairs of flip flops
Uh-huh.
and like sandals. Got like a pair of heels just in case you need them on the run. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but then,
I mean, I keep a pair of heels in my office, so
yeah, like you
I
gotta.
got- I just bought another pair of Adidas because they just looked cute. Like,
And my friend just convinced me to sign up for like the Nike like app thing because she's trying to get these shoes when they drop. And so I'm sitting here like at 7:00 in the morning going, sign up for it. And I actually got one. Granted, do I want them? No, but they're for her and they're overly priced. But like at this point, shoes are fun. Everyone's allowed to have like, once you start getting over like 100 types of one type of shoe, then I start looking at you with the
Mhm.
eyebrow. Like if you have 100 pairs of all white sneakers, you're going to need to have a talk
yeah.
because there's not that many days that you can
oh,
wear them.
okay. But like all white sneakers. So like if I had 100 pairs of heels because they were all different colors, different styles, some peep toes, some
That's
that'd be acceptable.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was like, wait.
No. Like if you went, let's say you
How
were
many
like,
heels do I have?
saw like
By Rose.
black just court heel, not even like sparkly, not even like sling back, not a wedge heel, just black court heel, and you're like, I need 100 of these. There are not enough days in the year where you will be wearing the same pair of heels.
This is valid. Yeah, no. You should have one for each different outfit. Like that's the
Yes.
thing.
You have to have something that can match everything. You have to have one in every neutral.
Like
And
Steven's
then like a pop of color.
Well, no. You need one in every neutral,
Mhm.
and then you need one in every neutral in a peep toe, and then you need one in every neutral in a slingback.
I'm just
And
gonna,
then you need one of every color of the rainbow, because sometimes you just need, and then you need several patterned ones.
I think that you do need to possibly get your color like neutral or nude more than once.
Yes.
Just because
Oh, yeah.
you never know. Like you need a pair to go. What if you lost one? Now that one broke a heel, like then you're out of a heel. Like what are you gonna do? Like that's not day. Like you can't live like that. But I do agree with every color of the rainbow plus the neons. Like you'll never know when you just need a heel that's like lime green.
I
True.
don't know.
No, this is true.
As complex as it's gotten for me recently is like, this one has a little bit too much white on the sides. And it has laces. I'm going to change those laces so they're darker. And then slip-ons that are black.
Well, like, so here's the problem. So, like, I buy a purple pair of heels. Well, if I buy a dark purple pair of heels, that doesn't work for spring. I need a lavender pair of heels for spring purple. Like, there's fall purple, there's winter purple, there's spring purple, and there's summer purple. And I have to have that for each of the different seasons.
I just want to say, I just want to say thank you to you guys for your service in keeping DSW running and all of those people employed. You guys are saints. You're doing a service.
Or I love
You're
DSW.
welcome.
I could live in a DSW because they actually have shit in my size. Like I can't stand when I go on a website and they're like, and 9.5 is our highest, and I'm like, I am 6 feet tall. If my shoe is under like an 8, where the most that you carry, they've got like the 9.5 and like the really awkward looking like flip flop. I can't live like that. Like that's not.
No.
No.
It's unacceptable.
I'm very happy to say that my shoe closet is very minimal right now. I did leave a lot of them in Arizona, and I did trash a few of them on my way back from Italy because they wouldn't fit in my bag. So I put them in the airport trash can because I just didn't need them.
Well, I mean, you do every once in a while just walk through a shoe. Like, some shoes can't be saved.
But I am working on replenishing it. I don't know where I'm going to put them at the moment because I just bought a piano, and so that's it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a digital piano. I'm very happy. I'm gonna
a good one. Nice resonant one. Doesn't do MIDI or anything. It is a piano with a resonant chamber. It is piano.
I will fight people about this. A piano is supposed to make the noise of a piano. That's it.
I kind of agree.
I was like, my father's very nice and bought me the world's most kid piano ever. And I kid you not, literally on our, I guess you can call it like the feed for our apartment complex.
Yeah, like the message board hub thing.
The message board, someone posted the same piano like 2 weeks later, and they were like offering this for $10.
Yeah,
and I picked because it's a children's piano. The like bench for it is like this tall. Like I'm like, I can't do that. I'm a grown person. But he did a kindness out of his heart. So I called him and told him I was sending it back. I let him know beforehand. And I was like, can't keep this. That doesn't make any sense. And I got myself a nice piano. So we'll see.
Nice.
Maybe this time back, I'll be able to play one song.
I believe in you. I think you'll be able to play 3 songs.
That's someone looking out for me right there. That's very nice. It's not going to happen.
I believe in you. I believe in you. All right. So, any final thoughts on chasing fire, catching fire?
I just want to know this. Favorite male
catching is
character.
the other one.
Favorite male character and favorite female character?
Yeah, like not just favorite like character period, because I feel like we're not on the same realms with like I can't really pick between the two. So like male character, female character, and like go. Wow, everyone's looking up.
I got nothing for this one.
Like,
Well, no, I'm trying to remember names. So, my favorite female character is the cook, the head cook.
Marge, and Dobby.
yeah,
I do like Gulliver. I do a lot. Yep.
I do love Gull. But okay. Oh, that reminds me. There is a moment in the book where she says she would marry Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, that's when she wants to get married. He says, the hair thing.
So now I would like Timothy Oliphant to be cast as Gulliver. Even though I love Zachary Levi. I feel like the second choice would be Timothy Oliphant, and still keep that line. And have Timothy Oliphant say, "Well, I think my hair is better than." I do like Timothy Oliphant. He's hilarious and got nice
It's between these two pictures. This one is a definite yes. That one is a definite no. Like,
no, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. I think he can look. He can play the part.
Did he get some like extra points from you just because he was in Star Wars? No.
Yeah.
He was like, oh.
Well, actually, okay. Here's my thing: be cute and hilarious. That's pretty much it. And Timothy Oliphant is hilarious in Santa Clarita Diet. I think that was where I was like, oh,
yeah,
I like this guy. He's a mess in this show, but I like it.
So, Steven, favorite male, female character?
I don't really have anything for this one. Like, nothing in the book was like, yeah, or anything. So, it's fine. Like, I don't have any particular person that I liked more than the others. I thought the main character was written well.
Okay. Naimah?
I have to, like, that's why I wanted to hear everybody else's, because mine are just two main characters. Like, it's heavily between like Trip and Gull. Like, they just keep going back and forth because there are sometimes I really don't like Gulliver. Like, there are just sometimes in that book where I was like, you seem like the kind of person that would get on my nerves like very quickly. Like, just, yeah, you're great, and then just like that thing, and then it would just eat at me. But like Trip, definitely great, and then Rowan. But like, I think, Steven, you have to like Rowan the best because you like her name the best.
It's true. I have a connection to the name already.
Oh, unrelated. Guess what Kendra's baby's name is? Because this became, during this book, we were trying to figure out what my friend's baby's name would be, and we were offering names. And because of this book, Rowan was one of
their last name is Ray. Is Ray. So plan around this.
Okay.
What do you guys think this little boy's first name should be? They have another kid whose name is Barrett.
Sting. What is it? Sting.
Stingray. No.
No.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but it's the first thing that pops in my head.
Nope.
It's why that I didn't like, Stephen was like, oh yeah, like Rowan would be a cool name, and I'm like, yeah, but the kid's name would be like R and R. Like, I don't like
Rowan Ray.
Her like E.
I think it rolls.
Rowan Ray. Yeah, no, I kind of like it.
There's the name that I like very much, which is just Owen, and Owen Ray is also good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Owen's good.
His name is Edison Margolis Ray.
Edison Ray. Ooh. Yeah.
Is an ER, which I want to bring up, but I'm gonna wait till he's like a year old, where they can't kind of like backtrack on.
Like, there you go. Just get him a little set for his first birthday. Get him a set of baby scrubs and put ER on the back of them.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the problem here.
No, you will that into being. They named him ER. He's going to be a doctor. That's it. Your names tell you so much.
No. So you put him in a little scrub suit that's got ER on the back.
Yep.
That's how doctors do it now. It's like jerseys for sports teams. On the scrubs.
And no House and no Grey's Anatomy, and you're set.
Just go with it. Just go with me on this.
But now that we've doxed a newborn.
Any other final thoughts?
I think people, if it's like new introduction, or you're not a person that thinks like, romance novels are my thing, I think this is a good place to start. Or at least it's got a lot of other stuff going on that even if romance isn't your thing, you'll still think it's a good book.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna be my next question. Is would everybody recommend this book?
If you want a romance novel, yes. If you want a murder mystery, no. It's not a twisty enough mystery.
No. If you murder mystery, part 3 only.
Yeah.
Just skip the hard part of the book.
Sounds good. I think I would recommend it, particularly to anybody who wants just a good light read.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So next up is my pick. So we're gonna go the historical route.
Ooh.
more fiction than historical. It is anchored in history. We are going to read Rebel Queen by Michelle Moran, which is the story of essentially the Indian Joan of Arc during the India's revolution from Britain, or at least their first attempt at it. So,
all right.
It's an excellent read. It's going to be a great summer read because it's going to be short and easy. So we're going to break it into 2 parts instead of 3, just because it's fast paced. She's really just kind of delved it into the plot. You're not going to get a lot of side plots. It's very, very zeroed in. But I really like her writing. She also wrote Cleopatra's Daughter, Nefertiti, Madame Tussauds, The Second Empress. So she kind of covers a lot of these historical women, and it's all very much written from their perspective, which is really kind of cool.
If people wanted to hear about other historical women, but with more of like a United States kind of bend, is there any show that you guys would recommend for this?
Good plug, Stephen. Good plug. You can join us for United States of Women. We're getting ready to put out season 3, where we'll be doing Tennessee. So come join us over for that. All of those historical women that you never learned about in history class. Shameless plug, Stephen. But all right. Stephen, if people want to reach out and talk to you about other Geek Elite podcasts, where can they find you?
You can find me all across the internet as some version of Peppermint Gentleman. For Twitter, that's Peppermint Gent.
And Jessica, if people want to reach out to you and discuss A Love of Nora Roberts, where can they find you?
Me on Twitter as JM Bailey Writes.
And Naimah, if people want to reach out to you to talk about translated works, particularly the translated work of Ken Follett we were discussing before the podcast, where can they find you?
I'm on Instagram as Other Pages, Other Places, and also on Twitter as Emijanon.
And you can find me with the rest of Geek Elite Media at Geek Elite Media and our Facebook page /Geek Elite Media. Archived episodes of this podcast and other podcasts can be found on our website, geekelitemedia.com. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get this podcast. It helps other people find our network so we can spread the word. If you've got a couple extra dollars this summer and are feeling generous, jump on over to our Patreon page. There's a whole bunch of exclusives that you can only get over there. So please come over and support us. But until next time, this is the Love of Pages, saying keep turning those pages and always remember to
Geek out.
Out.